'Cause I just know you got me thinking about forever. Got a crush on you. I just wanna.
Hey guys, welcome. It's Kimmi.
And Jeff, how you guys doing?
Hey, today's video is all about how to do a road trip even when you're older. We're going to give you 10 tips to make your road trip more enjoyable. The first thing we're going to talk about is the time of day. We like to travel between 8 a.m. and usually 10 a.m. That gives that morning traffic time, those that are going to work in big cities and stuff, kind of to get off the road. Now, for you, that might be a peak time. And you just got to see what's better for your area. But whatever it is, try to go in the morning. We try to stop driving by 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. when people are getting off work. So you may not know how to do a road trip. That's why we're sharing these tips with you. We've done quite a few of them, and these are some of our best practices. So again, you want to be off the road before it starts getting dusk or dark.
Yeah, and the idea is to get in where you're supposed to be at before rush hour, preferably. Now, things can happen, but that's just something to keep in mind if you can do that. The next tip.
Hold on. Also, depending on where you're going, it could be dark. We were in Maine. No street lights. No street lights. So we actually arrived at our destination in the evening. It was dark. But when we stayed with the person that we were staying with, they were like, hey, no street lights out here. So you guys need to be cautious, you know. So after that, we always try to get in before dark because we realized it was dark going in there. But once she was like, no street lights in the area, once you realize how curvy and, you know, how the streets were made, yeah, you want to get off the road by nighttime. So that's a tip when you want to do a road trip. Again, try to be in wherever you're going to be at before it gets dusk or dark. Mm-hmm.
And you want to do the next point?
Yep. Don't drive too many hours. So when we're planning our trip, we already go ahead in the beginning and we try to plan it no more than 5 to 7 hours, depending on how many drivers you have. Now, we did stretches as long as like 8 hours, but we have 4 drivers typically when we're doing these road trips. So we can do, you know, about 8, but even for 4 of us, we try to always limit it to less than 7 because it's just a lot of driving. And you go into these big cities like Boston, New York, Atlanta. It's just taxing on your mental when you have to drive through those cities. Jeff can talk to that a little bit more because he does most. We usually put him and my friend's husband in charge of the city driving, and she'll knock that out too. How do you feel about the city driving, Jeff?
I mean, I'm not as nervous. I'm not nervous about it. You just have to mentally, I shouldn't say just have to, because if you're nervous with a lot of people around you and they're driving crazy, you are who you are. So I can't say it's just. So for me, I switch mentally that I need to be in it. I got to get out there. I got to make that turn. I got to get in that lane, and I got to do what I got to do. I'm not doing bumper cars or nothing, but I got to get down where I put my music on, and it's a fight to the finish. You know, we're gonna get where we got to get to. Like I said, but so keep that in mind, folks. Depending on where you're going, you want to check ahead. You can nowadays, when you Google something, they give you like the AI explanation of stuff, what to expect, along the way, so that you can have an idea that the traffic might be kind of thick. So,
one more. Don't forget to plan an overnight stay instead of pushing through. If you start out driving and you guys are like, you know what, I think we need to stop. Put that in your budget. Put a little cushion in your budget. Because there may come a time when you thought you guys could drive 8 hours and now you can only drive 4 and you got to stop halfway. So, again, put all of those kind of things into your data bank up here while you're thinking and planning a trip. What's a good area to stop, because that could affect your budget too. If you realize, we thought we were going to pass Las Vegas and now we got to stop in Las Vegas because we can't go any further. So that's something else you want to think about too. So if you got to stop overnight, be safe. Safety first. Okay. And then get up the next day, refreshed, and start the road trip again.
Yeah, because the idea is it's not about trying to prove who can drive the longest, especially as you're getting older. Come on, it's not that serious. Pull over, stop someplace, or have it planned that you're going to drive for so many hours, depending on where you're going. And then stop, and then you get up the next day. Mm-hmm. The next thing is and this depends on who, both of you, stop every couple of hours, just enough so that you can get out and move around, depending on who you are, and in the car with you. If you need to stretch, so you don't want to get no blood clots and things
How
like
often we
that.
stop? Maybe every three,
It could be
four.
every 3, 4, depending if we got to get gas,
Around three or
you
four.
know. And it's not like we have to stop, but it's like, you want to stop? Yeah, let's stop and we'll get some
Mm-hmm.
gas. We'll run and go to the bathroom, get a little something at the gas station and
Mm-hmm.
keep going, And
Mm-hmm.
the way to keep yourself active is depending on who gets out first, or depending on how long you're going to be there. Walk around just enough to kind of get the blood going again,
Mm-hmm.
and improve the circulation so you don't be stiff. You know how you feel when you've been driving for a while and you get out and everything is cracking. So get on
They
out.
help with that extra food too, because we usually
Yeah.
try to walk at the gas station about 10-15 minutes when we stop. Like Jeff said, while he's pumping, I'll walk, and when he's going to the restroom, when he comes out of the restroom or whatever, and I did my little 15-minute walk, he might walk around the parking lot right quick.
Mm-hmm.
So just stretch your legs, and again, with that stiffness and that blood circulation, depending on what medication, we do not want you getting blood clots out there. Okay. The next thing is stay hydrated. You got to drink your water. You got to drink your water while you're out there. And we usually love carrying like our Stanleys when we travel, because it's easy to fill up with ice. That's something else we do when we stop. We fill it up with ice. We carry our own water, and we have water sometimes from the gas station or whatever, but we always have extra bottles of water in the car. We're going to talk about that in just a minute, but I'll give you another tip too. If you have to go into the gas station, you don't want to use your water because it's not filtered, I will fill my cup up with ice, and then I'll use the hot water that they have for the coffee, just the plain hot water with the little red thingy, lift it up and put the hot water over my ice. That way I know the water is, kind of halfway clean, because it's burning and scorching. Just be careful so you don't burn yourself. But that's one of my little tips I do too.
Yeah, and be careful about drinking a lot of sugary drinks. I mean, because that's not going to help, because you're just sitting there, you're driving, you can't work it off well unless
you're
sleepy, and then you get this, you get one of those type of deals, right? And if both of you doing it, it'll be kind of like that scene in Chevy Chase. What was that movie? The
National Lampoon.
Lampoon's the first one. Everybody was asleep. Even he was sleeping. You know what I'm saying? The car is driving itself. So so don't do that, or minimize that, so that you can stay alert and you can enjoy the drive. So that's and that goes along with the next point, as far as eating healthy snacks, eating some grapes, some fruit, some apple slices, and things like that. Yeah, you're going to get you maybe a bag of chips or something like that, but try to mix it up, not just eating all bad stuff, but have some healthy snacks, so that it can, and not every time you go to the bathroom, you got to go in there and get you a Big Mac. It's going to be there, because that stuff, if you look at, I got the Weight Watchers points thing there, and I get about 46 points for my weight and size and what have you, and height. And that's you get you a full meal and you done ate up your whole points. Now you still got to eat for the rest of the day. So don't stay away from that. Minimize all that fast food stuff. So, and so that means you can also pack a small cooler, so that you can put stuff in there and you can plan what you're going to be eating,
Yep. Then you want to make sure that you're comfortable while you are out there on the road, because it's a long trip. Make adjustments for the driver. Make sure who's ever driving controls the music. That's how we do it. So I ain't gonna, typically, if Jeff is driving, he can listen to his thing. I'm driving. Who's ever the driver gets to choose their music, because it's usually we don't fuss about that too much, but it's like, okay, I don't want to hear that no more. Can we play something else? Somebody might get to that point. But make sure your driver is comfortable. It might mean having a pillow at the back, or having one under your butt or something like that. So make sure you have what you need. Wear comfortable clothes when you're doing a road trip, okay? Make sure, for me, I like to wear something stretchy, to make sure that I can move my legs and stretch and all that good stuff. You don't want to usually travel in no tight blue jeans. I don't wear a lot of blue jeans anyway, but you could definitely wear jeans and be uncomfortable, because you got to get, even if you're the driver or the rider in the car, you want to enjoy the ride. You know, you don't want your blood circulation cut off.
Now, when one thing I found is to be helpful. Now you see a lot of the commercials about the Skechers shoes with the step ins. Now those are helpful. Now you're driving or you're riding, for example. You're one of the passengers, and you take your shoes off. I'd usually do. Now if you have the tendency to have smelly feet, which I don't, then that's a problem. Don't do that. But bottom line, if you take your shoes off, you got your socks on, you just kind of chilling, you rest, you maybe watching a movie or something on your phone. And when you stop at the rest stop and you step out and put your shoes down on the ground, you can just put your shoes in there, and you don't have to worry about tying up your shoes. I found it to be really helpful for me. Or wear, like you said, comfortable shoes.
Or flip-flops in the back if you're not driving. Get your nice pair of flip-flops with a little cushion in them. Just to hop out the car, like Jeff was saying. I love that point. And also adjusting your seat. Make sure your mirrors are done when you're driving, if you're the driver. Because I had just had an incident, actually. It wasn't an incident, but we were driving. I was a driver. And these new cars, we had a rental car. The rearview mirror has like a tint on it, and then the car windows were tinted. I really couldn't see out at night what was what coming towards me.
So when Kim said that she don't drive that much, then she's not telling the truth. I mean, she's telling the truth. She's not exaggerating, because our car has the rear view mirror. Now, I don't know, and that's the thing I need to check out for to be in true fairness, though. I don't know if there's different levels of the dimness or the tint on the rear view mirrors. Does it differ? Is it like really darker, or is it mid or light? I don't know, because I just don't know, because my car, I have a Honda Pilot. It's a 19, and it has that. Now, our previous car didn't do that. The previous car that we had was an 08 and an 08 Pilot. So it didn't have that. So the rear view mirror,
I don't like that.
Yeah, you would be, it just,
it's
as you're driving, you blocking the glare from the back if you're driving at night. So when she realized that, I was used to it, because I had been driving several times when it got dark. So, like I said, it was darker than my car, but dark. I just got adjusted. But I mentally adjusted to it.
Can't adjust.
She had a.
Y'all know me. I'm like, if it ain't just right, I'm not doing it.
She's like, oh, I can't drive. So I was like, pull over. She said, well, and she talking about, I'm just let it go. So in my mind, I told her, I said, well, I said, it's like Rocky. When it was Rocky, when he was fighting Drago, Rocky 4, and he said, "Yo, I see 3 of them," and they said, "Well, hit the one in the middle." I just adjust. I said, "Well, if I can't really see that good in the whatchamacallit, then I just look at the one in the back."
Nah, I was all delirious and tired coming around the mountains. I was like, I said,
just let it go, because it was getting dark anyway, and she don't drive at night anyway.
Yeah, I'm not really much of a night driver.
So I said, let it go. So just those are some things as far as being comfortable, Now the next
one more or 2 more. Don't forget a blanket. Okay, don't have to be a big blanket, full size king, but make sure you carry a couple blankets, carry a jacket in case you're cold in the car, everybody else is not, and a neck pillow. Okay, those little neck pillows come in handy big time. And make sure you have your phone chargers for you. Okay, a couple extra. Make sure you bring your earbuds, because my friend watched this, and I'm gonna say this, but when I'm driving and I have my music on, and then you're the passenger and you're listening to a YouTube video, or you trying to watch something else, that could be a little distracting for the other person. So try to bring your earbuds on your trip too. Bring your earbuds. That way you can have your own little party over there. The driver can stay focused. Okay.
And reason why when you're driving and you put your music on,
love you.
When you put your music on, you're in your zone. That's what's keeping you focused. And whatever that is, you might be you might have your own little playlist, and you doing your thing, and that might keep you going a little bit longer. Not because of an endurance, just because you're enjoying yourself, you're enjoying the ride. So the next point we can go to is to plan your stops, if at all possible. Meaning, try to find rest areas that is going to work for you. Like if you're on the road, it'll say the next stop, a rest stop or stop area. What do you call it? Rest stop? What is it?
Rest stop.
Rest stop. It will be 30 miles. So you say, okay, we're going to stop here at the next 30. I can get there. Now that depends if you got to go to the bathroom. You got to go to the bathroom. But plan so that you can do those things. If you're going to be driving, and let's say it's an 8-hour drive, and you can only do 4 or something like that, then you want to pick a hotel ahead of time that's going to be kind of your midway point, and you can research that and find something that's close not that far off the freeway, so you don't have to do this mad search for the freeway to get back on the road the next day. That's something I had. Anything else you had?
Yeah, and you want to a couple service areas like we like to stop at. We like to choose for our rest stop typically like a Love's, because they have usually restaurants as well as a nice restroom. They're pretty large with your snacks and coffee and everything. And so we'll choose Love's, or either like if you're in New York, Pennsylvania area, they have like what they call service areas. So read the signs. You may have your designated assistant, like your driver, the person that's not driving rather, have them looking at the signs and say, hey, the next stop is such and such, because you can't see everything as a driver. So I might be the person telling Jeffrey, hey, okay, so you're looking for gas, let's stop here. Jeffrey's mentioning Buc-ee's. If you've never been, it's a whole situation. So if you have a Buc-ee's you can stop at, include that in your trip. Buc-ee's are popping up everywhere.
Yeah, that's a little, like you said, it's a little adventure. The first time we went in there, I said, what in the world? It's like a Walmart for a gas station. I mean, they had 100 some gas pumps. The first time I went into the men's bathroom, which was the size of it was this, I can't know how big you want to call it, but it had on one side, it had to be at least 30 urinals, and each one had a squirt of the hand sanitizer. The sinks were in the middle on both sides. You knew who was on the stalls, the toilet, because they had the light up there, so you wouldn't just be grabbing at the door. Don't you hate that when you're in the bathroom and they grabbing at the door? Now, but anyway, who was in there, and it was clean. I couldn't believe it. The first time I was so tempted to take the phone out and take a picture. They said, please don't do that, it's crazy. But
actually, people do. I
didn't. I said, let me not do that. But yeah, just that's another thing to plan. If you want to stop at a Buc-ee's, you can get you some little good food, get you some gas. And that's a nice way to stop a little midway, 20-minute. It could be longer if you because they got everything in there. It could be longer.
And try the sliced brisket.
Yeah,
the sliced brisket. You heard it here first. And also the pecan, the coated pecans.
They got that. What's that other stuff? The fudge.
Yeah, they got fudge
in there. They got everything, and they got everything in there. So.
Yeah.
Try not to go in there during the holidays, because it could be a survival of the fittest up in there, because it's elbows up in there, because they're trying to get their stuff. So the next thing here is also keep your medications accessible. If you know that you need to take your certain type of medication at different times of the day, after so many hours, have it so that you can get to it. The worst thing to be is that you need your medication, and we don't want to have nobody falling out on the road and you out there in the back, you got to pull over and you're trying to dig through the bags, and now you're frustrated. Have all that stuff ready so that you can, keep yourself, okay, it's 3 hours, I got to take medication, boom, you take it and you're good. And you don't have a setback, and now you're in a situation, now you might be looking for the hospital because you didn't have your stuff and all you needed was your medication. So. And
make sure you pack some Dramamine for motion sickness, because we went around a lot of mountains this trip, and after already having gotten off of ferries a couple different times, I was a little dizzy even like the next couple of days when I got back. Not a full dizzy, but like just felt off. So make sure you have some motion sickness. Jeff looked like he got something to say, because he's
I ain't saying
like
nothing.
crazy. Oh, okay.
I ain't saying nothing.
So yeah, make sure you have the some Dramamine is what I take. Even the store brand works, but I prefer the name brand on that. But either one, I have done the no brand, so that helps with the motion sickness though. And just in case, and some people can't read and drive. Not read and drive, but the passenger in the car.
Then you shouldn't be driving. If you
the
can't
driver
read,
in the car.
what's that red sign up there? What that sign say? Okay, yeah.
The driver in the car, the rider rather. My eye is itching. The rider in the car. You also may want to pack a little bag with, if you're going to be gone a long time, have a smaller bag with just your main clothes in it instead of having to pull out the whole suitcase every single time. That was just a bonus tip.
The next thing is, which is a good point, and that helped out on our last trip. The next thing is obviously share the driving. Don't try to be a Superman or Superwoman. Speak up if you say that if you're getting tired. If someone's got to go to the bathroom, hey, I got to go to the bathroom. Everybody's body is different. Some people, look, for me, when I got to go, and do what I got to do, the stomach is going, I got to go. Some people can hold it a little bit longer, but others say, look, I got to go. So you got to go. So speak up. Don't hesitate to stop. If things are getting too stressful, let's say the traffic is crazy or the weather is bad. It's raining really hard. Pull over. Don't try to, fight through that. It's not necessary. So keep that in mind. And then the last thing is to leave room for some fun, because that's the whole point of you driving, right? So try to, as you're visit the small town, drive through and see the different scenery. Try, again, we talked about before, try the local restaurants and opposed to the chain restaurants. There's McDonald's everywhere. You don't necessarily have to do that unless you just really want to, but try what the locals have. We've had some good experiences where we said, what's the good breakfast place? You ask the people and they say, use this, go to this place over here. And you look at the reviews. For me, I'm usually looking at the reviews. If it's a 4.4 or 4.5 and up, hey, let's go there, because that's what everyone is saying. So, and take pictures, enjoy the memories instead of rushing to the destination. And if you do those things, then you're going to enjoy your ride.
Yes. So on behalf of Life with Kimmi and Jeff, have fun out there and happy travel.
We'll see you soon. Talk to you later. Bye.
No, you got me thinking about forever, but I crush